Well, I am excited to welcome you to this week's episode of the Elite Advisor Report, and I'm going to share with you 3 powerful ways that elite wealth managers, those earning over $1 million or more, are using thought leadership to accelerate their success. And unfortunately, so many advisors who aren't at that level are doing it wrong. I'm John Bowen, CEO and founder of CEG Worldwide. And let me share with you the key takeaways that we're going to have in this week's episode. Very first is I'm going to share with you how you can maximize current client relationships using thought leadership. They want to work with an expert, and they're already working with you, but they're being tempted by others given what's going on politically, economically, and socially. They're asking themselves, are you the right one? We want to share with them that you are and increase oftentimes the range of services and assets under management you manage. Also, thought leadership, when used properly, can attract a steady stream of pre-qualified, pre-endorsed affluent clients, those right fit affluent clients. And third, centers of influence, accountants and attorneys will refer their best clients to you based in part on thought leadership. Wow, what an opportunity. The key is for you to use thought leadership well to become the expert that your current clients and future clients want. Let's get started. Becoming a thought leader is increasingly becoming a requirement for all wealth managers. I want you to think about that. There are over 400,000 financial advisors. In the affluent, they have a choice of who they're going to work with. And they want to work with people who they perceive as experts. So what do? Well, financial advisor who's going to be a true thought leadership has typically 2 key traits. The first is, and this is an important one, the advisor is recognized by the affluent, the right fit affluent clients, as the go-to advisor, that go-to expert. And this is so important. But it's not enough. We look at it as 2-part. You want to be able to position yourself as the expert, but second, you want to be able to profit significantly from being recognized. So it's so important that you have a process of being positioned as the expert, as well as becoming that go-to advisor that generates substantial profitability. Now, when we look at this, what we see is becoming a thought leader really serves 2 powerful functions. You'll be at the high end of the competence spectrum. And many of us, I don't know about you, I've been frustrated so many times when I was an advisor. And I had the privilege of building with 2 partners business up to a couple billion in assets under management in the late 90s. We were the largest advisors with the most assets custodial at Schwab. And one of the things, it took me a long time to learn the power of thought leadership. And I was so frustrated. I'd see so many advisors doing better than me who were not that talented in delivering a client experience. But I wasn't recognized as an expert. And see, one of the things that you want to do is, if you want to play at the high end of the competence spectrum, you have to have a professional brand that differentiates yourself. And that's, this whole business building power. So one of the things I want you to consider is the role of thought leadership can play in this business development. And this has been really powerful. And when you think of thought leadership, think of content that positions you as an expert, and it can be created or curated, shared, where you didn't originate it. We find most advisors get stuck up on they have to create everything, and then so they start it, and then they'll write a book, write an article, write a white paper, and then it stops. The key is to curate it, to share it using material that either your firm has or on the internet, Or, in our case, we built it for our clients. My partner, Russ Allen Prince, and I, between us, we've written over 80 books. And, there's just an opportunity. We have a content making machine. And so each week we publish each month we send 6 pieces to our clients that are coaching clients, top financial advisors that are specific in each of these business development areas. So let's take a look at what we're talking about. Number 1, maximizing current client relationships. They want to work with experts. You want to let them know that. So 2 things happen. 1 is you retain them, because remember, there's so many advisors out there that are trying to take the clients. 2nd is you're going to develop deeper relationships. When you develop deeper relationships, many clients have assets away from you at different firms. Your ability to consolidate that and help them through that process, because so often you can lower costs. Most of us have assets under management fees, and more money, the lower the fees, so you can lower costs. Oftentimes, clients diversify not by assets under management or asset class, they diversify by advisors. So what happens is it's not very effective tax management going on. So you can do that. And then the risk return, fish and frontier, if you're a modern portfolio theory guy, bringing those assets together and having it structured right, so much value. In addition, by delivering a great experience, your clients want to introduce you to the people they care about. So you get great referrals. So thought leadership can play a huge role there. 2nd, attracting affluent prospective clients. Clients have a hard time telling the difference between advisors. If you're perceived as an expert, you have a steady stream of thought leadership, position you as a client, as the expert that client wants to work with, you're going to win more than your fair share. 3rd, generating referrals from centers of influence. Accountants and attorneys want to work with experts. They don't want to take risk referring their best clients to you. So, when you think of all this, this is huge. But the biggest one is the centers of influence. And see, making an introduction to a thought leader, whether it's a client introducing somebody they really care about or a COI doing it, that makes it easier for them to do. You're perceived as the expert, the go-to advisor in that marketplace. That is a big difference. And we find this over and over when we study, our hierarchy of advisor success. No matter what level you are currently, at the very top, the elite advisors who are consistently making over $1 million a year, what are they doing? They're positioning themselves as experts. You can too by using thought leadership, and that's going to help you accelerate your success tremendously. Race up this hierarchy of success faster and with less effort than you ever thought possible. See, one of the reasons I started CEG is I was so frustrated that I saw so many advisors with less than half the assets under management they should have, and working twice as hard as they needed to. By having the systems in place and really making smart decisions about your business, you can race up this hierarchy of advisor success. What we see is so many advisors are really good advisors, but they have not the right business and systems. By putting those together, you can net over $1 million a year while doing a great job for your clients and build an amazing life of significance where you take care of the people you love, causes you care about, and make a difference in the world faster and with less effort than you ever thought possible. This is just a huge opportunity. And what we find is, though, that many of you are struggling with a question like, how do I do it? And the most common question I get is, John, will you take a look at our practice to see what we should do to accelerate our success even more? Race up that hierarchy of advisor success. And I got to tell you, the answer is yes. We've got a great team here at CEG. I'm really proud of our team, and we work with financial advisors just like you to show you the specific actions that you can take to fast track your success with less effort than you ever thought possible. What we recommend is you do a strategy call. Now, somewhere around this video, if you're watching it anywhere else other than on our website, cegworldwide.com, there's a link to schedule a strategy call. But you probably should go to our website because we've got a bunch of freebies, all kinds of things, including conferences that you'll want to attend to accelerate your success. So what we do in these strategy calls is we take a look at where you are, where you want to go, what are the gaps, and what would we do if we were in your shoes to accelerate your success even more. We identify those three things, the simplest and elegant, that will allow you to race up that hierarchy of advisor success. One of the ways is to use thought leadership to accelerate your success, the impact it's going to have with your current clients, position you as an expert for those prospective clients. So the right fit affluent clients are attracted to you as a go-to advisor. And the centers of influence, they're extremely comfortable in referring their best clients to you. Your clients, your future clients, and those COIs, they're all counting on you. Don't let them down.